What does it mean to live life at 90%? You thought I forgot about that, right? Well, for the next 2 hours and 45 minutes, I'm going to tell you. Ha ha! You think I'm kidding? Yes, I am. You see, guys, here's the formula. Life is 10% of what happens to you, and 90% of how you react to it. You see, living life at 90% simply is finding ways to reprogram your brain to overcome adversities, to turn negatives into positives, to adapt and readapt to the situation. It's about how you breathe. You see, take my childhood. By the time I was 3 years old, my mom was married, divorced, and had 3 kids. She was 19 years old at the time. When my parents split up, so I ended up bouncing around from one family to the next. I got bounced around like a pinball. But me, I was lucky. I was lucky in a way that I actually started to learn at a very early age that life really sort of was 10% of what happened to me and 90% of how I reacted to it. You see, I just didn't grow up bouncing around from one family to the next. I also grew up with ADD and dyslexia at a time when they didn't know what the hell ADD or dyslexia was. They just thought we was stupid. Because for me to read the words the way most of you would read them in the book, I would have to real slow. The bottom line is DDP couldn't READ. At 30 years old, I was still reading at about 3rd grade level. At 31, though, I made a decision. I made a decision that I was going to learn how to read proficiently. The word decide, its Latin origin, it means to cut off all possibilities. I made a decision that I was going to learn how to read proficiently, and then I set a goal. That I was going to read my first book from cover to cover. That seemed overwhelming to me. So I chunked it down. And I set another goal for myself, and I wrote that one down. I'm going to read a page from this book every day. At 32 years old, I finally finished reading that book from cover to cover. It seemed to take forever. The really cool part about that is, 10 years later, with the help of one of my very best friends, just saw him pop up here and take a picture, Larry Smokey Genta, we wrote my first book, Positively Page, The Diamond Dallas Page Journey. That never would have become possible if at 31 years old, I did not make the decision to start living life at 90% when it came to my reading. So let me ask you guys a question. Have any of you out there ever taken on a goal that you thought was absolutely impossible, but somehow you achieved that goal, even though it seemed to take forever? You see, guys, it's all about the way we train our brains. It's all about how we overcome the adversities get thrown in our way. It's all about turning negatives into positives, adapting to the situation, and it's all about how you breathe.